Okay, this is my third attempt to film this. I'm a little off today. I woke up with a massive headache and ended up going back to bed and sleeping until about 10:30, which is unusual for me. But anyway, I finished this the other day and put it on my Instagram Reels, and it sold immediately. So I'm very happy about that. And I have 3 or 4 more of this series of books. This one is for, you can't really see, France and the Netherlands, part 1, Seeing Europe with Famous Authors. So anyway, I will try and knock those out in the next couple of weeks, because these were kind of fun to do. They're small, and just fun to work in the small format. So anyway, here we go. This little pocket I made from those big sheets that I just glued all my scraps to, and then I cut them into various sizes for tags and these little pocket corners. So I've added some paint and some ink, and there's some vintage illustrations, and this has some lace that overhangs the edge, and some sari ribbon that I whacked up, a library plate. So this is a single signature junk journal, and there's plenty of room, blank room for writing and adding to. So I just tried to kind of find a nice balance of little bits of ephemera and blank space and landscape to continue to add to. So this is just some of that Royal Craft shelf paper that I glued to the page. So you could open it up, you could write there, maybe add some ephemera there. This pulls out for more pen space. Sorry I'm not more enthusiastic this morning, or actually closer to afternoon now probably. This is from a little book that I have from the 70s, which was about friendship, I think. Friendships or mothers, I'm not sure, but I think it might be friendship. Did a little collage here with some, flipped over the back of a check. Used that pattern there, and a little photograph circle that I cut these from the really tiny photos that, you know, there's this huge photo surrounding just the 2 little people in the middle. So I try and simplify that. So I took some ribbon and lined it through the edge of this is an old map that you tear out of one of those coil bind books, and so I just kind of added some ribbon to the edge. Tuck spot, writing. I tried to go with a kind of, there sort of seems to be a little yellow and brown theme to this at the beginning of the book anyway, but birds, this opens up, kind of sticks together. It's really pretty handmade paper. Tucked a little photograph in a glassine envelope inside there. This is sweet illustrations from a book of music, but it was full of these funky little, I think it was from the 70s or 80s, maybe even the 90s, I'm not sure, but anyway, I love this. This is so European. Oh, and then this was 2 birds facing each other, so I cut them apart and put them on opposite sides of the page, just to continue with the continuity of the flow. And as usual, I try and put like 3 little bits of ephemera on pages. I like the principle of 3, the uneven number, gives it some interesting symmetry. I don't like things to be matchy-matchy or completely balanced, so here's 3. This is a Maxfield Parrish. It was from the back of a calendar that was from the 90s, and I just went on a tea staining binge one weekend and cut things up and tea stained everything. So this is another thing I like to do. I like to take a long illustration and wrap it around. particularly in the pocket. Kind of helps to close the pocket. Some vintage wrapping paper. And as I said, blank space for adding to or writing. Sorry. Another illustration, I just kind of darkened the edges a bit to make it pop off the white paper. An old illustration, sorry. Washi tape. I don't use a lot of washi tape because, as I said before, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I find it doesn't really stick for very long, which annoys me. I used a little bit more lace along the edges in this book. I don't normally do that, but people seem to like it, so I thought I would give it a shot. This is an illustration from the 1920s, which I love. It's my favorite era. I love the fashion, the haircuts, the graphics. They were really sort of coming out of that restrained Edwardian era where, you know, everybody had to behave so properly. So there was a lot of freedom and creativity then. So a little selection of vintage foreign text. Photograph, more empty space. This I kind of got funky with the fold, but I liked it. I thought it was kind of fun. That's from a sari ribbon, just a little remnant I found, but I thought, I can't throw it away. I'll keep it. I'll use it. That's the thing about junk journaling that's kind of fun. You can pretty much save everything and use it. So here we go. This is a contemporary postcard, which I cut in half, and I just made a little journaling card. I think, I didn't line it on the back because it's blank. So this is the other side to that European etching. I kind of like this little, it came from a book about Holland fairy tales, and I just like the way she's looking out the window. So I thought she could almost be looking out at this scene where all these people are getting on with their day and riding their horses, and I don't know. I probably think too much, but I have fun. So, bunch of ribbon, blue ribbon. It's such pretty velvet. I have this in blue and tan, and I really like it. I try to use a little bit of it and everything. I cut some butterflies out of wallpaper and used the same pattern from this wallpaper across the top here just to carry over the flow, and then this folds out. And then I did a little snippet of that little flower from the same wallpaper that's used on the two previous pages. Wrapped it around. There's the bigger piece of it. I did put lined paper on the back of this card so it could be used as a journaling tag. And this is just so sweet. It's so like, I don't know, 1970s, 1980s when I was a young woman. Used to love all those sweet little children, you know, the holly hobby thing and all that. So, you know, there's a bird. So, coming to the end. A little bird thing going. Oh, so I kind of did this fun thing where I ran the trim off one page and connected it to the second so that when it seems like they belong together. Just another little fun thing. So, oops, and I forgot to line the back page. I better do that before I send it out. Boo-boo. It's a good thing I did this flip through. Anyway, there you have it. Nice and chunky, single signature. I apologize for the lighting. I haven't quite figured out this video taping thing, but there you have it. Thank you.